Growing up as a brown girl, I would always wonder why my mom's favorite lipsticks looked so good on her, but it looked so bad on me. But now I know it's all thanks to color theory. And as the lippy queen and the person who started the lipstick color theory trend, I think it's about time that we made the ultimate drugstore lippy lip combo video for brown skin. This is the video that I wish 10-year-old me had, especially since back then there were not that many options at the drugstore, but now there are so many and I'm so happy about it. So let's get into it. Because brown skin is not a monolith, I'm gonna be breaking this video into the best lip liners with different undertones for brown skin, and my favorite nude lip combos, my favorite pink lip combos, my favorite purple lip combos, my favorite peach lip combos, and my favorite brown lip combos. So that way, even though maybe you and I don't have the same undertone, you kind of get a comprehensive guide on what shades might work for you, because I will also be sharing what lip combo is better for which undertone. For some reference, I have a neutral olive undertone and I'm around shade Fenty 360 to 380 for some reference. And if you want to know what your undertone is, I'll put a video like somewhere up here that you could tap on to figure out what your undertone is. First, let's talk about the best drugstore lip liners for brown skin. I feel like wearing lip liner has become very common in the last couple years, but I'm gonna tell you right now that you don't need a lip liner, but I will say, especially for my brown girls who have pigmented lips or ashy lips like me, some sort of lip liner is very, very helpful in helping define and contour your lips. And the one shade of lip liner every brown girl I think needs to have is a good everyday brown lip liner, and these in my opinion are the three best. First thing I'm gonna do before anything is sharpen that dang lip liner, girl. Crusty smooshy ass edge is not gonna do anything for your lip line. This is the Maybelline Lifter Liner, the shade Cross the Line. This is my favorite everyday neutral dark brown lip liner. I really think every brown girl needs a solid neutral brown lip liner because they can fix all those ashy pasty lipsticks that you accidentally purchased. Again, this is a great lip liner if you're around my skin tone, but this does lean on the more neutral side, so if you want something a little bit cooler, I would recommend to you the NYX Shine Loud lip liner in the shade Rebel Kind. And compared to the Maybelline one, it's a little bit more purpley red in color, therefore making it even cooler toned, and it's also slightly deeper, so it's great for my even deeper skin brown girls. I like wearing this lip liner with a lot of my cooler toned lippies. I just think it looks really classic and pretty. Finally, if you have more medium brown skin and have warm olive undertones, this is the lip liner that I would recommend for you. This is the Milani lip liner in the shade Saucy Toffee. It's got really nice warm undertones. I feel like it's a dupe for MAC Cork, if you know what I'm talking about. On my skin tone, it looks really nice, but it's a little bit lighter than what my preference is. But if you prefer a really natural lip liner, then I would recommend this one too. But I also think it's important to diversify your lip liner shades, and because these are all like under $10, why not? So for my purple and pink lip combos, I will be using NYX Club Hopper. This one's a really pretty dark purpley vampy lip liner. And for my red lip combos, I will be using the NYX Shine Loud lip liner in the shade No Whining. This is such a beautiful dark red shade. I'm obsessed. I'm kind of obsessed with this shade. If you're someone who just doesn't want to invest in a lip liner, that's okay, because at the end of the video, I'm going to be covering the best lipsticks that you could wear without a lip liner. I know, shocking. First, let's talk about Nude Lippies and how you can also approximately find your best nude lip shade, because it differs for everyone based off of skin tone and undertone. And I feel like it's also just preference, because I feel like what I've seen a lot of brown and black girls do is use like a deep brown lip liner and then a really pale lipstick in the center. I think to a lot of people, this looks really good, but it's just not my preferred cup of tea. I'm someone who prefers like a more dusty pink nude lip or like a dusty like peach nude lip. I don't know the explanation, so I'm gonna show you like my three favorites. But if you are someone who prefers this type of lip combo, this is the Milani lipstick in the shade Tease. It's a very popular nude lip for people with fair skin, but again, it's just not my cup of tea. My lips are literally gonna hate me after this video. Also, for the nude lip section, I will be using the Maybelline Lifter Liner that I had mentioned previously. This is my favorite pinky nude lip combo. I've literally worn this lipstick all through high school to prom. I might even wear it on my wedding day. We'll see. The Maybelline matte lipstick in the shade Nude Nuance. This lipstick is literally under $6 and It's like my perfect pinky nude lip. This is not a nude lip that is deep enough to be worn without a brown lip liner. So I will share some at the end. If you have warmer undertones, you're gonna love this lip gloss. This is the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Fudge Me. I don't know why people stopped recommending this lip gloss, but it's got the perfect amount of pigment. So if you're someone with two-toned lips, this is a lip gloss that I would definitely recommend. It's also very comfortable on the lips, and I think it's amazing if you have neutral, olive, or warm undertones. But if you are someone with cool undertones, this might look a little bit orange on you. But when I wear this lip combo, I literally get asked what is on my lips every single time. The final nude lip that I have here is actually a lip stain. This is the NYX Lip Ivy in the shade Hydra Honey. This one does run on the cooler side, so if you are someone with olive or cool undertones, this is one of my favorite freaking shades. And just to show you guys the difference in undertones, here you have warm, the NYX Fudge Me. Here you have cool, the NYX Lip Ivy in Hydra Honey. And here's neutral nude, the Maybelline shade Nude Nuance. See, all three of these shades look amazing if you're around my complexion, but again, because of color theory, it may look different on you, but I still think would slay. Honestly, can't believe how affordable these are, so I will be linking them in the description if you guys want to support your girl. Now let's talk about the best pink lippies if you have brown skin. I think finding good pink lippies when you have brown skin can be kind of hard because they either go really ashy or they go a little bit too like Indian auntie pink, you know, but hey, if that is your preference, that's okay. I'm not judging you. You can of course use the brown lip liner, but for some reason, I just find that dark purple muted lip liners look really pretty with pink lippies and purple lippies. If you buy one lippy from this video, have it be this one. This is the Milani Color Fetish lipstick in the shade Passion. It's like the perfect, slightly muted, darker pink shade that's like wearable still for every day. And I know it looks pretty similar to the Maybelline Nude Nuance that I showed you guys earlier, but it's very different. This is Milani Passion. This is Maybelline Nude Nuance. You can see the Maybelline shade is a lot more gray brown in it versus the Milani shade is a lot more like pink tones in it. The formula is matte, but it's still really comfortable, but it's not transfer proof. Most of these lipsticks that I'm gonna be sharing are not transfer proof just because, I don't know, I kind of prefer lipsticks that like reapply. But if you are looking for a transfer proof pink lip, this is the Morphe Soulmate Velvet Lip Mousse in the shade Bella. I know she's not technically drugstore, but I believe this is like $10, so still really affordable. And once this dries, it doesn't budge. And I wanna wear like a bold pink lip. This is what I wanna go for because it's like, again, slightly muted. It's a neutral pink shade, so not too cool, not too warm. I really do think this like slightly muted darker pink shade would look good on a variety of skin tones. Overall, pink lipstick I think does look the best on someone with cool or neutral undertones. It's because it's the most harmonious, but don't let color theory stop you from wearing your favorite shades. Because I have olive skin, I like my lipsticks slightly muted just because I am gray, so anything super bright gives a little bit clowny vibes on me, but again, that's just my preference. Finally, I'm also going to include a mauve pink lip stain. This lip stain is so damn underrated. It's the Milani Color Fetish Hydrating Lip Stain in the shade Mauve Mentality. This is such a pretty lip color, especially because a lot of lip stains tend to go really bright, but this one again is slightly subdued, making it everyday wearable in my opinion, and the stain lasts really long. The best purple lip combos for brown skin. And I know you might be thinking, Monica, what the hell? Purple lip combos? I know. Don't skip this part of the video because I promise you, most of the time, purple lip combos look like a really pretty pink shade or really pretty berry shade, more than like these muted pink tones. Trust me. So look at the stain. It's kind of insane. Oh, that rhymed. I'm gonna be using the same NYX Club Hopper for the purple lip combos as well. First, I wanna say if you are someone with olive skin, I think you need to try a purple blush and a purple lip combo, even if you're someone with warm undertones as well. Purple and yellow are complementary colors, and yellow and green, I believe, are analogous colors. So purple complements green and yellow really well, and that's why they're like, this is my favorite part of the video. This is the Milani Color Fetish lipstick in the shade Dahlia. It's a very deep, vampy purple shade. It's a very bold lip, but it's my preferred shade of like a vampy bold lip. And again, this formula is so comfortable, especially for the price. If you want something more everyday wearable and glossy, I recommend this Kiko Milano Hydra Lip Gloss in the shade 30. My lips are slightly stained from the lip stain we had on, but this is my favorite like lip gloss of like all time. I'm not sure if this counts as drugstore, but it is 10 bucks off Amazon, which will be linked in the description. But it's just so gorgeous, and I honestly think this shade would flatter a lot of skin tones and complexions. Maybe it's not apparent because of the lip stain, but it's a pretty like actual purpley purple shade. Finally, if you want something a little bit more sheer, everyday wearable, my favorite is the NYX Fat Oil in the shade That's Chic. I feel like this is a shade that looks really intimidating in the tube, but once applied on the lips, you can't tell me it's not giving gorgeous. And again, because purple on brown skin tends to show up a little bit more pinky, especially if you're olive like me. Now let's talk about the best orange, peachy, terracotta-y lippies for brown skin. And for this part of the video, I'm going to be using the NYX lip liner in the shade Dash of Cocoa. This one's not as deep as the other shades, but I feel like still looks really good with my skin tone, and she gets a little spicy after a couple minutes, but a gorgeous lip liner nonetheless. Unfortunately, we've come to the part of the video where I'm not that much of an expert in, only because a really warm orange lippy is not my preferred shade of lip, mostly because I have a neutral olive undertone. So because I have green oliveness, the orange kind of is a little bit too oompa loompa-y for me. But that being said, I'm not gonna neglect my warm toned babes out there. So these are my 3 favorites. This is the Revlon Color Stay Matte Lipstick in the shade Model Behavior. This shade, again, is slightly muted. It leans more peachy, and I feel like with a dark brown lip liner, it kind of slays, even though I'm not a warm toned girly. And once this dries, this barely budges. So if you have warm undertones, this is the shade that I would definitely check out. This is for the girlies who like lip plumpers. This is the Maybelline Plumping Lip Gloss in the shade Hot Chili. It's, I would say, medium pigmented, but it's such a pretty like terracotta rust shade of gloss. And again, my preferred shade of like warmer toned orangey lippies. Between the Duck Plump and the Maybelline gloss, my lips are definitely burning, and I might have eaten some too. Finally, if you are a glossy lip stain girly, you need to try the NYX Lip ID in the shade Caramel Drip. This shade is kind of interesting because it goes on like a beige color, but then it like oxidizes or darkens into like a orangey peach color, which is why I'm including it in this section, not the nude lippy section. And this is the lightest I will go for my preferences of lippies, but it's still like a beautiful, warm, mid-tone, peachy shade, and it stains and lasts a pretty long time. I'm not the queen of like orange lippies, so if you have your favorite orange lippies, drop it in the comments. Like I love trying your guys' recommendations too. Now let's talk about the best red drugstore lippies for brown skin. These kind of lean a little bit more towards darker red. For this part of the video, I will be using the NYX Shine Loud Lip Liner in No Whining. Lippies are a little bit of a sore point for me because the undertones of the red lippies can be thrown off with like my olive skin. The key with the red lip is to match the depth of the lip to your skin tone as well as your undertone. First, we have the Maybelline lipstick in the shade Divine Wine. This is a really pretty like dark red shade. It's definitely not a true red. It leans on the more wine side, but it's still super gorgeous, and it has a pretty neutral undertone. I feel like it leans slightly warmer than my preference, but still a really pretty red lip shade. Just like the nude shade we tried out, the formula is pretty comfortable, but it's not transfer proof. Next, we have the Milani Color Fetish Lip Stain in the shade Mahogany Mommy. This one's definitely more of like a mahogany red shade, but I think is gorgeous for like everyday wear because it's, again, slightly muted, slightly brown. I tried my best to get rid of the stain, but unfortunately it's not coming off. I'm gonna swatch some of the glosses on the back of my hand so you can see the pigmentation of it. But my favorite sheer terracotta red lippy is the NYX Fat Oil in the shade Loosen Control. Again, is a really pretty terracotta-y subdued shade of like red lip oil. If you are also someone who has pigmented lips, the NYX Fat Oils are actually going to be pigmented enough to show up on two-toned pigmented lips because they have a decent amount of pigment. One of their new shades, and it might be one of my favorite shades that they've launched because it's just like such a beautiful like red shade without being like too red. You've made it this far to the video, that means you must love me. I'm kidding, but we are now on to the best brown skin friendly brown Lippies. And for this part of the video, I'm gonna be using the NYX lip liner in the shade Rebel Kind. I love me a good brown lippy, but it's kind of hard to find brown lippies that are not like basically orange. So I would say all three of these are pretty neutral in undertone, so it should work for a variety of undertones. My favorite brown lipstick of all time is the Milani Color Fetish lipstick in the shade Desire. This one's a really wearable brown shade, and again, it has like a neutral undertone, so it's not gonna pull too warm, it's not gonna pull too cool. It's just like that perfect brown lip. This is another lipstick shade everyone asks me what I'm wearing when I wear it because it's just that gorgeous, and I swear it's gonna flatter a variety of skin tones. And for the longest time, I was always told brown lipstick is the only shade of lipstick I could like wear and pull off on brown skin, but that's clearly not the case as shown by this video. But that being said, I still love me my brown lippies. And in case you're wondering what the hell I'm shaking, it's the Maybelline Vinyl Ink lipstick in Fearless, and you gotta shake this bitch before using it and keep shaking it. This one is a really interesting formula, and it does lean a little bit on the warmer side, but it's not like really orange, which is why I'm still recommending it. But what makes this lippy unique is the fact that it's like a vinyl lip, so it's kind of glossy. Once it dries, it's pretty transfer resistant. I don't know what voodoo Maybelline put in this lipstick, but it actually lasts like all day. I will say though, once it dries, it does get slightly sticky, but I feel like that stick is what is helping it like wear pretty long. So it's still one of my favorite lipsticks, but if you don't like that slightly sticky feel, I would pass on this formula. And finally, if you're looking for the perfect brown lip gloss, have it be this one. This is the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Ginger Snap, and I feel like it leans a little bit on the cooler end of the spectrum, but still neutral. So I would say it's neutral to cool, so I still feel like it would work for all the undertones. If you have really warm undertones, this might look a little bit gray-brown on you, so I would not recommend this shade. I really like this lip because I feel like it works for a lot of my like silver toned makeup looks and grunge makeup looks. And the nice thing about brown lippies, you could probably wear all of these without a brown lip liner and they would look really good. That being said, a lot of the lippies that I've shared, you would not have to wear a lip liner with, but I feel like a lip liner does elevate the lip combo, hence combo a little bit more. These are also more everyday wearables, so slightly muted, not super bright, just my preference, and work for if you're around my skin tone. First, we have the L'Oreal Infallible Lipstick in the shade Lazy Sunday. I don't know what kind of shade I would classify this as because it's slightly pink, slightly red, slightly brown, also slightly muted, also slightly purple. I don't know, it's just a really good like neutral shade. And I like it because it's deep enough to be worn without a lip liner, and it just looks really good on its own. And then we have shade River Plum from the CoverGirl Satin Lipstick. This is a new formula, but these are like $6, and these feel so comfortable and nourishing if you have dry lips. This one leans a little bit cooler tone, so like mauve-y purple, but deep enough so that I don't have to wear a lip liner. But if you are slightly deeper than me, then you might have to add a brown lip liner with this one. Such a gorgeous shade. So pretty. Finally, I'm just throwing back on that neutral brown lippy that I had on earlier. I know I've already tried this one on, but I just want to show you guys what this looks like without a brown lip liner because it equally eats without a brown lip liner. Because it has like a neutral undertone, I really feel like this is gonna work for a lot of skin tones. That was the end of all of my favorite drugstore lip combos by category and basically by formula and undertone. My lips for this video literally hated to see me coming, but this was so fun, and thank you for sticking around if you made it all the way to the end. I want to know what your favorite lip combo is and try it out. So let me know in the comments. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like, a comment, a subscribe. And if you're wondering on how to find your perfect lip and the secret to finding your perfect lip, we'll pop that video right here for you to check out. And I will see you guys next time.